Alright, so welcome back to another YouTube video. I know it's been a long time, but it will be the last one. That's my goal, right? So first of all, myself toxic, and as you might know that what I teach is called toxic SNR. Okay, so what you will learn is toxic SNR, just me, my model around the normal Malaysian SNR. Of course, it's not the same. Okay, so without wasting any time, I will. Okay, so there will be two things. First, of course, key level, and with that it will be entry model. So always use the entry model with key level. Now key level are of many type. Of course, not everything will be covered in one go, and I want to make it brief. So hopefully my goal is that you know the basic of toxic SNR, whether it's by the previously available YouTube videos that are currently deleted, or by the paid resources, or via Instagram reels. Okay, so key level are either type 3 or type 2. It's just my description of key levels, or decision gap level, and the time frames involved in it will be mostly daily, H4 and H1. You don't go below H1. No, H1 is your last spot for key level. And for entry model we use M5, M3, and lastly M1. And what we use is the combination of, for example, in entry model it's breakout. Okay, it's breakout, but breakout of what? Breakout of type 3 plus type 2 candles on either time frame M5, 3, 1. Okay, so it's mostly like this right here. That's your key level. And when price comes to mitigate it, of course on low time frame price will create T3 and T2 candles, and then you wait for price to close above it, and that's your entry. And there are many other rules, for example, validating the key level. Okay, validate the key level, it will be liquidity and other confirmation. And right here, validate the entry model, and there is the OHLC that you have to check, which is you make sure that, okay, I will give you this OHLC. What I do is there is one hourly candle. Okay, one hourly candle I divide into four parts, which will be 4 M15. Okay, so there will be 4 M15 candles. If my entry model is in the last M15, okay, then I will not take the trade. If it's in the first 3 M15, that is the 45-minute, I will take the entry. So that's the overview, and with that there is direction. Okay, and the direction is the main starting point. First I will determine whether I will be bearish. Okay, so whether I am bearish or I am bullish for the day, and then depending on that I will pick my key level. Of course I will make sure that they are in the premium or discount range. Okay, there are many little things that of course it won't be there, but I'm giving you an overview. Okay, and with direction you always make sure that liquidity is no extra bullshit like algorithm. No, simple, hold high or low, or what it can be is, or right here, or previous H1 or H4 candle. So something like this. Okay, right here, that's your key level. And what we do is right here, the candle is approaching and the new candle start here, and that new candle take out the previous candle low, feeding as liquidity, and on this way out you have your entry model. That's your sign of, you can say, entry. Okay, so like this, that's the basic of toxic SNR. The jumping on price action, we are on Saxo. Of course I will right here use the Saxo. Now monthly, same score. That's your monthly chart. Of course we are bullish previous month, so what I was seeing is it was a lot of consolidation right here. That was a lot of consolidation, and then we got finally a breakout. So I am anticipating that the 4000 mark is very easy to be approached, but the real market conditions, okay, what they tell us is right now there is uncertainty in the market because of this US government is shut down right now, the Federal Reserve, all your Fed rate data and every news, initial job opening, etc. Everything is closed, so of course it will affect the market. Now, not wasting any time, right here. Of course, previous week was slow, to be honest, because there was no much movement that I want to indulge in. So right now I will give you an idea. So direction, obviously I won't cover. So direction is by previous candle, you can check it out yourself. I give any hints there and here, but what main is I will cover. Okay, so this is a DL. So DL is a gap that, for me, I have two sides. One is left, second is right. Right side is always gap that will break the left side key level, and left side will be T3 or T2 key levels. Okay, right now it's the T3 support will become resistance. Yes, I will give you an overview. Okay, don't worry. So T3 is one bullish candle, support or resistance, but the key thing is, for example, this is a bullish candle, next is a bearish candle, so this will make a resistance, but the key thing will be the first candle wick will be bigger than second candle wick. You mark the key, if you can say key level, and then you go one time frame lower and you should find a gap. If gap is there, that's a valid T3 resistance. If not, no. Yes, there are many other rules to it, but that's a basic. So this as a support, first candle wick is bigger than the second candle, it's gap. That's a clean break of the T3 SPR, and it was caused by this decision gap level. So of course you can see price check it, and if you check, that's the low, that's the high, and we are way below the 50%, so that's our discounted range. And for liquidity, we have previous candle, and also what we have is the previous, right here, previous candle, price open right here, go down and take out that liquidity right here. Perfect. So that's where you wanna look for your entry model, right? So let's go look at M5. I believe price, so there are many things to check. All right, there is pip count and everything, so make sure to note that. So that's your T3 right here, that's the T3 that we will pick, and let's find T2. So we need a breakout, we need to find T3 and T2 from M5, M3, M1, and then I will check for breakout of those level. Okay, now of course that M5 level is not valid because it's not gap, so I will pick this M3 right here. Yep, everything works like that, so that means M3 is the highest time frame. So let's go back on the chart right here. Yes, so the breakout happened right here. So let's check the pip size. That's your pip size, 170 pips, of course way above. So you need a reconfirmation. So reconfirmation is another big topic, but that was your entry model. If it was like 70 pips, I would have entered on this pullback right here. Otherwise, this was the scene of entry, you can say reconfirmation. So simple. Okay, it's key level, you find a direction. Okay, direction is main, and I'm not discussing direction in this. Okay, so make sure to follow that. Now that's your H43 resistance. So from that DL you check it. From that DL we are into this T3 support. How it's T3 support? It's a support, but the first candle wick is bigger than the second candle wick, and of course it's one time frame lower, it's a gap. So price comes back and reject, and you can say continue its bullish move. Then price go and price make another T3 support, same thing, and then price flew upward. Okay, and 3900 is the first thing, and then 4000 again. How this sell came from, it's a T3 resistance, first candle wick is bigger than second candle wick. You can say tap here and you can clearly see how well price moved. T3 support, Okay, so everything is in front of you guys. You just need to check it with a different angle. Okay, so that's the thing. To be honest, you will find it everywhere. Okay, SNR only, T3 support. Make sure to check if it's a gap or not. I'm not doing it because I'm in a hurry. T3 resistance, break becomes support. Alright, and the TL for this, okay, this is type 2, when both candle colors are same, both are bearish, but the second candle wick is bigger than first candle wick, kind of a liquidity grab. In that there are two key levels. First is the extreme, and then there's this gap. So you can check, both works fantastically. So that's the thing, you have to see things which are there in plain sight. It's no, you can say, like wizard bullshit like magic. No, these are candles, these are charts, they are in front of you as well. You just need to check it yourself. Okay, so that's the thing, every time it's key level, entry model, and there are many rules to confirm that key level or entry model. Okay, so there, it's a whole big process, but it's systematic. So if there is uncertainty in the market, of course you will have less number of trade, but what I focus is on quality upon quantity. Okay, so I am happy with taking, let's say, 5 trades, but I want to make sure that those 5 trades are A plus. I'm not here, I'm not a dumb risking my money on not A plus setup. There might be B, C, I don't care. Only thing I know is my setup need to be A plus, that means following every rule. If it's not following every rule, I will not put my money at risk. Okay, so that's the basic thing. I hope a short video and that covers everything. Okay, so what I wish you all is good luck and be, you can say, succeed well in this market. It's hard and the stats are real, only a few percentage succeed in it. So make sure you are in that small percentage. If you got any doubt, so I'm available on Telegram, Toxic Bitch. You everyone know me. Okay, hopefully. So yeah, that's it. Bye bye, and have a great year ahead.